Whenever you're ready, Senator Becker.
Thank you, Chair and members. Thanks for the opportunity to present SB 1254. This is a bill that allows and assists incarcerated people in applying for CalFresh benefits up to 90 days before they're released to better prepare for reentry. And to be clear, this bill provides that the individuals with that CalFresh upon their exit from a facility. The Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, called CalFresh in California, sometimes known as food stamps, is the largest federal food assistance program in the nation. And again, to be clear with CalFresh, these are federal dollars we are drawing down. Under federal law, incarcerated individuals become ineligible to receive CalFresh benefits after 30 days of confinement. However, the USDA allows for waivers to deviate from that current provision, which 12 states have already done so. Also, Orange County has a pilot program of CalFresh pre-enrollment for incarcerated individuals applying for their waiver back in 2021. They do it for everyone leaving, and they start the process 30 days before someone exits. In fact, we've talked to a sheriff there, and it's been a successful program so far. Food insecurity is one of the most challenging hurdles that previously incarcerated individuals face upon reentry. In 2019, roughly 1 in 5 formerly incarcerated people suffered from food insecurity. While California has taken steps to establish and create a reentry process for medical benefits, thanks to every one of my colleagues, there is a gap in current law to create an equivalent enrollment process for CalFresh and the statewide reentry process. This bill builds upon existing work in connecting individuals with state services in an effective manner, decreasing barriers to reentry, and helping address issues of food insecurity in California. Specifically, the bill requires CDSS to submit the applicable waivers to the federal government to allow for pre-enrollment of incarcerated individuals prior to the release from state prison or county jail, again, as 12 other states already do. It also creates a work group to develop and share recommendations for a statewide reentry process, incorporating all potential necessary resources for an individual's reentry into their community. Removing these barriers to necessary services will increase the likelihood of successful reentry for a previously incarcerated individual and maximize utilization of a federally funded program that benefits California. With me today, Kameron Jones from Nourish, California, and Alissa Moore from Legal Services for Prisoners with Children.
All right, thank you very much. 2 minutes to each, please.
Thank you, Chairman and the members of the committee. Good afternoon. My name is Kameron Mims Jones with Nourish, California. For 3 decades, our mission has been to ensure equitable access to food, health, and well-being for all Californians. Today, I'm here to share about how SB 1254 aligns with our values and those of communities disproportionately impacted by all aspects of the criminal legal system. Our most historically under-resourced communities, hardest hit by mass incarceration, and a legacy of systemic racism, bear the greatest burden of public safety burden. 1254 was developed alongside those communities who have said enough is enough. We want solutions developed with our impact in mind and not just by those who have the power and authority. SB 1254 comes from a restorative framework, an upstream policy to diminish food insecurity, one of the many impacts of incarceration. By enabling incarcerated individuals who will be eligible upon release to begin the process months before returning home, and establishing a work group that will optimize California's current resources. CalFresh is our state's branded name for the federal funded SNAP program, as the senator shared, and it's been a lifeline helping millions to put foods on the table. It's administered by our county partners, and it stands as our nation's most effective anti-poverty program. Our organization has recognized that communities thrive when they have access to nutritious and culturally relevant foods. A successful reentry hinges on timely access to other basics like food, transportation, healthcare, and housing. And a successful, fully resourced individual is one who is going to be able to fully thrive and give back to the community of which they are returning. We believe that we have engaged in sincere effort to engage all who would be involved in this work, which is how we've taken on a significant amount of amendments. And so today I just ask for your support in moving this really powerful, impactful work. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next witness, please.
Hi, my name is Alissa Moore with Legal Services for Prisoners with Children. And this important bill will assist incarcerated people in applying for CalFresh benefits 90 days prior to their release to better help them prepare and close inequity gaps in access to affordable, healthy food upon release without the 7 to 21 day wait commonly waited to access emergency food benefits for each county in the state. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program called SNAP is the most effective food assistance program in my own community and many communities like mine of formerly incarcerated people. However, California has historically had low ranking on the United States Department of Agriculture statewide ranking for eligible households to enroll and participate in SNAP CalFresh due to, in part, to barriers to acquiring CalFresh for all applicants, particularly formerly incarcerated individuals. Altogether, nearly 1/3 of eligible formerly incarcerated people are unable to access CalFresh once released due to various barriers. Passing this law gives us a fighting chance to focus on and use the tools we learned in our rehabilitation rather than the roar of our own bellies. While there is already an existing reentry process for Medi-Cal and Social Security, there are no equivalent enrollment processes for CalFresh. Yes, food insecurity is one of the most challenging hurdles that previously incarcerated people face upon reentry, but the CalFresh Act creates the process for those of us who will be paroled and removes these unnecessary barriers to reentry. In doing so, it helps reduce food insecurity amongst an already very vulnerable population. For these reasons, Legal Services for Prisoners with Children and All of Us or None and all of our 8 California chapters ask for your support on Senate Bill 1254. And thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Now, do we have any members of the public who wish to testify in support of the bill? Please come up to the microphone now.
Trend Vaughn with Justice and Aging and strong support. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Carlos Santana on behalf of the California Immigrant Policy Center in support.
Eric Harris, Disability Rights California, strong support.
Lena Den, Legal Services for Prisoners with Children, and strong support.
Takwa Bonner, Housing Advocate for All of Us and None and Legal Service for Prisoners with Children, and I'm in full support.
My name is Tan. I am a member of Takwa's Youth Diversion, and I support.
Tanika Robinson with Takwa's Youth Diversion TYD, and I support.
Duke Cooney on behalf of ACLU, California Action, and strong support. Thank you, Senator.
Rebecca Gonzalez, Western Center on Law and Poverty and Support.
Andrew Shane, Grace on Child Poverty, California, and strong support. Thank you.
Darby Kernan with the California Association and Food Banks in support.
Ezer Pamintuan with Alameda County Community Food Bank in strong support.
Noe Gadino with Legal Services for Prisoners with Children and All of Us or None in strong support.
Gilbert Anthony Murillo with Legal Services for Prisoners with Children and All of Us or None, strongly support.
Thank you. Now, do we have any witnesses in opposition? Please come forward. Seeing no witnesses in opposition, I'll bring back to committee for any questions or comments from committee members. All right, okay. All right, seeing no questions or comments, I'll invite the author to close.
I thank you. Appreciate the comments and the support, and respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Well, thank you so much for bringing the bill forward. The bill has been moved by Senator Jackson, seconded by Senator Gibson, and I'm recommending an aye vote. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
The motion is due pass to the Assembly Public Safety Committee. Lee? Aye. Lee, aye. Asali? Aye. Asali, aye. Calderon? Aye. Calderon, aye. Gibson? Aye. Gibson, aye. Jackson? Aye. Jackson, aye. Mathis? Ortega?
5-0, that bill's out. Congratulations.